file so that you guys can read.
Welcome back, Viking Nation. We got UC baseball here. We got the Union Catholic Vikings facing off against the Cranford Cougars. Both teams are 2-0. This is our second home game of the season. I'm Tony Manusos, here joined, as always, but with Andrew Miller. What's going on, Andrew?
I'm doing well, Tony. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm excited. This is my first baseball game commentating, I think, for UC ever, I'm pretty sure.
We've also got some guests on the broadcast
That is
here.
right.
Introduce yourselves.
What's up? I'm Rob.
And we also have Tommy Letourneau, former Cranford baseball player.
Hello, what's going on?
So we have a wide variety of perspectives today. Should be a good little broadcast we got going on here.
I think so, yes. We're going to read off the lineups here. So, this is for the Cranford Cougars. Shortstop, we got Braden Fry. Third base, Patrick Bendert. First base, Adam Kilzinski. Second base, Michael Tripodi. Andrew, you want to read off the rest?
Where are we right now? You do Tyler Beltray?
That's right.
He's the center fielder. You got Jesse Weaver, the right fielder. And we're off already. Cy with the pop out. Oh, no, it'll actually be a stand-up double. Hit the ground. My bad. Oh, no. It is an out. The body language of the Cranford player almost gaslit me to think that was a double.
Yeah.
I was too busy reading off the lineup. I didn't even see the ball, whether or not it hit the ground or not. It's a deep fly ball. It's almost like the opposite of Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's Yankee Stadium right field, that's a home run most likely.
Yeah.
You weren't here yesterday, but this is our second Yankee Stadium reference in 2 days. I
Really?
mentioned it yesterday on a deep fly out to right field. That would have been out of Yankee Stadium.
Ryan Williams deals the ball there. First ever game in his Union Catholic Vikings career.
That's right. Transferred here from Oratory. Very exciting. This is our first game in the Watchung division. We beat Roselle Park and Union so far.
Strike is called.
Yeah, I mean, both teams obviously very good. Both very strong starts through this baseball season so far.
Pop up. Foul territory. No play.
Heads up on the count.
In the dugout. Full count now.
So we got. Yeah, I know. We were.
The 3-2 for Bendert. And good eye by him. He earns himself a walk. One out, man on first here for Cranford. It's the first baseman Adam up here.
Andrew, just taking a look at these stats from the two previous games that we have played. Pretty dominant showing here. First game 11-2 against Roselle Park at Roselle Park, and then home game versus Union 9-2. Pretty dominant so far.
Yep, definitely. Man on second now on the pass ball from Williams. That'll be a ball. 2-0 count here. Williams in a bit of a hole. And it'll be the catcher, Braden Morrison, out to talk with the pitcher.
Gotta say, very exciting to be live streaming outside today. This is a first for me.
Absolutely. Live stream. History being made here.
Yes, definitely. We're gonna be facing off against New Providence at New Providence on April 8th.
It's a good game because they eliminated us from the county tournament last year.
Should be interesting facing off against them once again.
Strike is called. Williams got the batter to go around. Ball nearly in the dirt, or turf, I should say. 3-1 count now. Williams got to get out of this hole. First and second with one out would not be ideal. Strike called. Full count now for the first baseman. And that'll be a walk. Williams maybe inches away from a strikeout there, but just couldn't get the location of that pitch correct there. Unfortunately, a massive swing of events. Could have been 2 outs with a man on second. Now it's 1 out with first and second. Double play would be great here for Williams. Ball is called. And Union Catholic's infield really has the, talent and ability to pull off a play like that.
Saw it a couple times in yesterday's game versus Union. No reason why Ryan Williams can't throw a nice breaking ball in the dirt, get the batter to swing at it, and call it the double play.
Some great insight there from UC Broadcasting's very own Nicholas Dahl.
Thank you, Tony.
You're welcome, Nick. Anytime.
Once again, Williams finds himself in a hole here. 3-0 count.
Well, there's that breaking ball in the dirt you saw right there. Just a little off with the command, a little too far in the dirt. Wasn't going to get the batter to swing at that, especially with a very talented Cranford team like that.
And the Cranford bench is really electric now. And they're really letting Williams hear it.
Can you blame him?
Now, will the batter have the green light on 3-0? He will not. He gets the walk. Bases loaded. 1 out here for Williams. And Coletti's got to go to the mound and talk it out with his pitcher. Tommy, as a former baseball player yourself, in a mound visit like that, I don't know if you played outfield, infield, pitcher, anything like that, but what is the coach saying to his guys in a situation like this with bases loaded and 1 out?
I mean, I was never in the infield. I was always in the outfield, so I was never in those conversations. But just got to find the strike zone. You got to throw strikes and make sure that they hit the ball. Just trust your defense. And then the guys out here, they'll get a double play here. I'm feeling it.
And for the guys in the outfield, as an outfielder, what are those three talking about right now?
Make sure you just have your pitcher's back. He's already in a hole. And just make sure you feel the balls. Don't make an error.
Gotcha. I mean, yeah, making an error on your pitcher when, he gets a pop out there, that's brutal.
It's a minute behind. A pretty impressive start here for the Cranford Cougars.
It really is. Momentum clearly in their favor against what could be Union Catholic's ace for the year.
You got to bring that intensity when you're on the road like this, You can't let the other team use it to their advantage.
It's Tyler Veltroy up here, the center fielder. Strike 1 called. Good heater there from Williams. Ball nearly in the dirt there. Ball 2 is called. It's unfortunate for the Union Catholic infield and outfield. Williams hasn't really put the ball much in play. Most of the batters here have been from pass balls and walks. Good strike call there. And maybe Williams is relying too much on the off-speed, spin-type pitches. He's throwing too many balls. Maybe just go to the heater, get a strikeout right here.
Seems like the right move, trying to force a double play. Could go in multiple different aspects. Worst one would be a hit into the outfield, but got to see how he plays it here.
And he gets the punch out. Veltroy down swinging. Great one there from Williams to get 2 outs on the board. Really changes the game now because the sac fly is no longer in play. And like we said, the heater worked right there. And he goes back to it. Foul ball. And now he's up in the count.
Well, you saw a lot in Ryan's time at Oratory Prep, just recently a transfer. He always went for those high heat fastballs, and that was his bread and butter. So I'm not surprised that he's going back and forth with it. And this is a way that you can get out of this jam right here, just with those high heaters.
Definitely. Cranford just 5 years ago won the Group 3 state championship. So good test here for the Vikings as Williams throws ball 1.
And you look in 2020 for Cranford baseball, winning the Last Dance tournament, an unofficial tournament, yeah, but that was a tournament with every team in the state played down to one winner, tournament of champion style, and they beat a lot of the parochials in blowout wins. They beat Bergen Catholic, Don Bosco Prep, all on the biggest stage in those trying times.
Ground ball to the third baseman. Steps on the bag, and that will end the inning. Great. Oh, foul ball. My bad.
UC will be facing off against this Cranford team at the end of the month.
At beautiful Memorial Field.
Either way, though, now Williams with 2 strikes ahead in the count. Got to take advantage of this and get out of this jam.
I'm thinking outside heat here.
Foul ball called.
Dare I say. Well, now you go with the breaking ball on a pitch like that. Get him to foul it off. I'd try and switch up the hitter's timing a little bit. Look for another high heater. I think would be a good spot in this situation. You have a 1-2 count, a pitcher's count. Gotta do anything in your power to get the punch out, whether that be a fly up, but a strikeout would be nice.
The ref stares at the pitch. I thought he painted that corner real nice, but nonetheless.
Well, we are about 350 feet away from the strike zone, but that was a strike.
I gotta agree with you, Nick Dahl. I mean, I don't think Williams could have thrown a better pitch.
Great pitch from Williams, great framework.
Another foul ball. Long at bat here.
This inning should be over, and it's about just run it up Ryan Williams' pitch down here. But you got no choice but to, I said it on the broadcast a lot of times yesterday, got to have the memory of a goldfish. Goldfish have a 10-second memory, and that's in a sport like baseball, that's what you need, especially from the pitcher.
Ball in the dirt. Wild pitch. And Cranford scores a run on the pass ball. That's brutal right there for Williams and the Vikings. 1 strike away from getting out of the jam. Instead, Cranford takes an early lead.
I mean, like we said right when the game started, coming right out of the gate, making their presence be known. And you just got to keep that pace up if you're Cranford right now.
Definitely. I mean, either way, Williams with 1 strike could keep the lead down to 1.
All you can do at this point forward, got to make the most of the opportunity that you have.
Can't erase the run off the board. The at-bat continues. Another foul ball. Another foul ball.
Just a great at-bat here from Cranford, you know, really, especially after a pitch that could have ended with no runs on the board and a strikeout. Cranford's battling, especially in the spot you see all the foul balls.
And Williams gets him down looking. What a strikeout for Williams. Little off-speed, movement type pitch. Moved away from the heater there. Got out of the jam with only 1 run to show for it. Gotta love the energy he showed while after getting in that hole, you know, Nick Dahl?
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, when you're in a spot like that with the bases loaded, I mean, stuff happens. It's very, very hard to get out of an inning like that scoreless. But Ryan Williams did a great job getting his composure back up, especially after letting 3 runners on early. And that's going to end the top of the first here.
Yep. And Tommy Letourneau, if you're Cranford baseball, right, and you got the bases loaded, you had 1 out, and you only came away with it with 1 run, Are you maybe confident that you can hit against Williams, or are you maybe, a little bit down that you only got one run out of that inning?
I mean, bases loaded. You got to put the ball in play. Got to choke up on the bat. It's 1-2. He's going to throw you something off speed probably. Choke up on the bat, put it into right field. Switch it, and then...
So you're saying you got to put the ball in play. You're not really happy with one run out of all that.
Yeah, but the one run, get off a pass ball. You'd like to see that.
That is true. I mean, and for Ryan Williams, gotta, maybe get better control over those pass balls. He had 2 in that inning. Really sparked a lot of that momentum for Cranford. And here, joining the booth, we have Coach Manusos, head coach of the Union Catholic Varsity lacrosse team. Coach, let's come out here and say a few words about your wonderful captain, Andrew Miller. How about that?
He's an incredible player. Very lucky to have him.
Okay, no, not about me. Let's talk about the game right now, the program. What do you got to say?
The lacrosse program?
Anything, Coach. Anything. Just don't talk about me. You already say enough about me.
We have a very enthusiastic, energized group of young men. We're ready for the seasons to get started and really take on some teams here in Union County.
Home opener, April 10th, Morris Catholic. I'm psyched for it.
Ready to go?
I mean, how could you not be? First-year head coach there, Coach Manusos. Also, Tony's dad. Tony, how do you feel about that?
Pretty good, I'd say. Knowing him for a little bit, I know how he runs different teams and stuff. I'm not a lacrosse player myself, but it's about all I could say about it, really.
And here now, the Vikings up to bat. It's Josiah Sharp up to bat. Already ahead in the count. I mean, not much strike zone for the pitcher there to work with, as Saya, not the tallest player. Against Chris, probably called a strike. Now for Saya there. Saya way ahead in the count. 3-0 now. Sharp made that great play in left field to get the first out of that last inning. And he earns himself a walk. The Vikings with a great way to start off the day offensively. Coletti shouting out some signals to the next batter, Greg Valoria, starting shortstop for this Union Catholic Vikings team. Sharp thought about it. Instead, catcher keeps him at first base. Valoria takes strike one looking. Pitcher did a great job painting that corner right there. Josiah checked at first base. He'll remain safe. After Valoria, it'll be Wilson in the hole. No, on deck, sorry. Then it's Pellegrino in the hole, sorry. After that, Morrison, the catcher. Bunt is shown. I do like the call from Coletti, trying to get a runner in scoring position.
Can't hurt to try it. I said you saw it a lot yesterday. This is a very speedy Vikings team, and anything can get the runners moving, bring home some runs. That's what you need to do. I think we're going to see that a lot this season. A lot of quick runs scored.
Especially when you got a state champion track runner like Chris Wilson. The 2-1. Great bunt laid down, but unfortunately it will roll foul. The 2-2. Coletti most likely moving away from the bunt signal here on the 2-2 count.
Got to swing with 2 strikes now.
Only 1 hit on the season thus far for Valoria. Josiah once again checked that first, but he'll remain safe. Great job by the Union Catholic bench screaming back whenever the pitcher does the pickoff move. Ball put in play. Looks like an infield fly. And that'll be out number 1 for the Vikings. Up next, Chris Wilson.
And the Sacred Heart commit has really been a 5-tool player for the Vikings. That's a player you want in that 3-hole spot.
As we said, state champion track runner. And I love the addition of walk-up songs to the baseball, you know.
Well, I think they've always had him. We've just been inside, so we've never been able to hear it.
Oh, really?
New edition this year.
Really?
No, I think it's a new addition.
It's a new edition, yeah.
Really?
Brings a lot of character to the games for sure.
Miller, what would your walk-on song be?
I gotta think about that. Wait. Let's pull up the Spotify.
Mine would be the UCTV intro theme music,
You ain't gotta lie.
It's a great song. I hear it every day.
which does include the spoken word introduction by Campus Minister John.
Maybe give me
Pledge of Allegiance by-
Give me more by Britney Spears.
Can you sing it for us?
For a baseball walkout song?
Can you sing? Don't play. We're gonna get copyrighted.
That is true. Josiah is safe by a large margin.
This team is so quick. I mean, we had so many steals yesterday, too. And we're coming back into this game. It seems like they're going off in that aggressive pace again.
Yep, and if that's the arm that catcher has, no one's getting hosed today. That'll be strike 2.
Definitely going to go for something here.
Wilson hitting an absurd .667 on the year with a 1,000 slugging percentage. The 1-2 steps off the mound. Cy with a nice leadoff.
He's jumping.
Yeah, pitcher looking straight at him. Steps off the rubber again. Cy might be in his head.
Well, if this was Major League Baseball, Josiah would be on third base right now because that is the third step off by the pitcher right there for the Cougars. Gabe Arata stepped off the third time. But this is high school baseball.
Ball 2 called. 2-2 count now.
Saya's definitely thinking about stealing. He's leading off a large margin.
Great insight.
And you wonder, will Coletti give him the signal that he's good to go?
Probably not.
Well, I think that throw, you got to see a lot with the throw of the catcher. You know, that early throw could have been a fluke just trying to get loose.
I mean, he's got to hit the weight room.
Third base is a lot closer. Oh.
Pass ball not far enough for Cy to think about going to third base.
Definitely self-control.
Great shout out from the dugout. I think he likes you.
But truthfully, you know, the Cranford Cougars are kind of, I mean, as he said, obsessed with Josiah right now on the bases.
It's
kind of getting it.
What makes it a good call.
Getting in their head. It's had to be at least 6 pickoffs and catcher throws What a hit to left field. It will not drop, unfortunately. Fly out for Chris Wilson. And Josiah stays at second base.
You know, if Chris and Josiah were on bases at the same time, pitchers would have a lot of trouble because they're both fast.
Yeah.
So this is definitely an upside for Cranford. But, you know, if Union Catholic did get that to happen, they would probably be unstoppable for this inning.
And you can't hear it, but Big Country with the walk-up song, Mikey Pellegrino.
The Luka Doncic of Union Catholic, really. You could say.
Nikola Jokic, I think more maybe.
And, you know, if Chris Wilson hit that fly out to the opposite field, Josiah would probably be on third base right now. Unfortunately, he did pull it. And Mikey Pellegrino hit in the thigh. He will take first base.
Big Country.
Walk for Luka Doncic.
Emphasis on walk. Because he's not running the bases hard.
Not running the bases hard.
Instead, he's going to hit the ball hard.
Definitely.
And he'll take his time around those bases after he watches that ball go 300 feet over the fence. Up next, it's the sophomore catcher, Braden Morrison. One of the top catchers in New Jersey high school. Makes contact, fly into center field. And the center fielder makes the play to get the Cranford Cougars out of the jam. Union Catholic with some nice, not really hits strung together, but some nice walks strung together, along with some good base running. Nearly get themselves into a good scoring opportunity, but nonetheless, they are not able to convert. And Cranford will remain up 1-0 after the first. Rob, what are you seeing out there?
I mean, the hits may not seem to fall for UC, but they're definitely powerful. It shows promise for future innings. And, yeah, this game is definitely close.
And here in the booth, making the great catch, we have another captain of the lacrosse team, Solomon Lytle. Solomon, what are you seeing out of this baseball team that you're liking right now?
What up, too?
You know, I've seen a lot of good hits, a lot of good contact. You know, it might have not got us anywhere, but, you know, just like in lacrosse, if you hit the pipe, you know your shot's good. So they're making good contact, and soon enough some of these hits will go.
And on the topic of lacrosse, Solomon, do you have anything else to say about the lacrosse team, you know, our team, or, you know, maybe the program as a whole?
Oh, yeah, we got a lot of great young talent in our roster. These guys are developing real quick, so our depth is definitely a lot bigger than last year. It's a lot deeper, so I'm excited. We're going to have a great season. Got a big matchup against Bourbon County Tech this Tuesday. Come out and watch. Great game. Hawthorne, you know what's coming.
Yeah, you heard us, Hawthorne. Yeah, we're ready. We're ready. Chris Wilson here warming up in the outfield.
Thoughts on Rutherford?
Thoughts on Rutherford? I think if we replayed them in a month, I think we could beat them, truthfully.
And then try to stay E for everyone. Thoughts on Edison?
I think if we replayed them as well, we would also win. You know, that first quarter, we went down 0-6, and truthfully, I think if we replayed that game, we would respectfully destroy them.
There's a lot of young players on that team, so you give them time to develop. Maybe it's possible. You never know. Be on there, definitely.
The Union Catholic infield looking pretty happy right now. The vibes look high. One of the smallest pop-outs you'll ever see in your life, as Williams gets out number 1.
Great start.
Now, infield fly rule doesn't exist when there's no one on base, but on a pop out like that, that's an infield fly.
Might as well be.
Yeah.
Ball 1. Williams in the dirt for ball 2.
Cranford's bench is really having them here this game. They haven't been quiet once.
Yep, I think it's a theme we'll see all day.
Powerful bench.
Line drive to the wall near the third base line. That'll be foul. Williams gets strike one the unconventional way. Williams doesn't get the call. 3-1.
Man, that Cranford team is vocal, aren't they, man?
Well, a lot of these guys on public schools like this have been playing together all their lives.
Yeah.
You know, you see it a lot, going from PAL all the way up to the high school level. It makes sense.
It's a good point.
It's a jolly good time, really.
Well said.
Playing at the varsity level with your friends as Williams there walks the batter. I don't think he's given up a hit yet. It's been straight walks, pass balls. Might want to challenge some more batters with the heater, trying to get the ball in play more. Because when he has thrown the heater, he's gotten outs.
It's definitely worked at the end of the.
Williams with a pickoff. Doesn't get it. Foul tip.
Ball.
It's the left fielder, Ryder Connors, up right here. Down to the count, 1-2 right now. Williams with pickoff once again. Two count. Foul tip. Ryder stays alive here. Pickoff move once again unsuccessful. Williams already got 44 pitches through 1.1 innings. And he gets a strikeout there. 1 2/3 innings now, sorry. There are pretty strict pitch limits in high school baseball. Definitely will not be able to pitch a full game today.
Well, what there are pitch limits for is high school softball. On
Yeah.
Tuesday, Lila Reedy, 170 pitches in her outing versus Union.
I'll bring it right back.
Unfortunately, led to a Vikings loss. But
Yeah, that
still,
should be a labor violation.
You said it, not me.
I mean, hey, the local orthopedist down the street is real happy about that, though. Those UCLs are hurting. One to one count here for Williams. Runner steals. Brayden Morrison doesn't even get a throw off on the somewhat wild pitch.
I mean, that bench is really loud. I don't know. Maybe it's getting into Ryan Williams' head, or
Yes.
might be a situational thing for today.
Yeah, it looks like Greg Valoria on the mound talking with his guy.
Definitely good teammanship shown by this UC Vikings team.
I like the drip Greg has got on right now. He's got the visor, got the leg, got the arm sleeve on, little wrist tape, and the eye black, of course. I mean, as a lacrosse player, you got to respect the style.
Definitely.
A lot of Bruce Bolt out here. Very popular brand in baseball. It's very expensive stuff. Ball is called as Ryan Williams walks another batter.
Well, this inning is turning very similar to his top of the first. You know, you see, gets him into 2 strikes, and then gets himself in a little bit of a jam.
Except I thought he threw a great pitch there.
I know. I think this strike zone's very hard to read from the umpire's perspective.
Yeah,
at
he's
least
not.
if you're a pitcher,
He's not giving the outside frame very much love.
That was getting a lot of love yesterday versus Union. Ryan Conlon used that to perfection in an outing of 5.
Strike 1 called.
Great throw.
In an outing of 5 innings, 9 strikeouts. A lot of those 9 strikeouts came from pitches on the outside corner that the ump gave called strikes to. But I don't think we're going to see a lot of that today.
I mean, any base here besides home is a force out.
Looks like UC's best hope is to end this inning.
Pop out. Not pop out. Fly ball. Chris Wilson tracking. And that'll end the inning. Not inning. Sorry. That'll end the half inning as it's Union Catholic up to bat in the bottom of the second on the great catch by Chris Wilson.
He's such a reliable player. He always comes out on every play.
Yep. And it's Ryan Williams, once again, he did get himself out of the jam this time. Somewhat got himself out of the jam last inning. Doing a good job staying alive when he gets down in the count and also down, on the base path.
I mean,
Yeah, still has no hits. He's doing good. He's doing a good job, laying off the contact for Cranford. But at the same time, you can't walk 5 or 6 batters like he has today.
well, the team has come up clutch for that, and his own skills have been coming up clutch too, because as we've seen, it's still only a 1-0 game, so that's definitely good for the UC Vikings team.
Some base runners here.
Yep. As a pitcher, you really just got to keep your team alive, keep your team afloat, and allow the offense, just carry you to the finish line. Vikings up to bat here in the bottom of the second. Straight at the shortstop. Mishandled by the first baseman. And Nick Anderson with an infield hit to start off the half inning for the Union Catholic Vikings.
It's a great start for the UC Vikings.
And great job by Anderson running out that ground ball. A lot of times you'll see players give up on those kind of plays, but right there, the hustle pays off for him.
I say it again, that's the speed of the Vikings coming to the benefit. Oh my.
Might be an error, but me personally, I'm giving him the hit. Up next, sophomore Brian McCabe. First pitch strike. As here in the booth, you know him, you love him, it's Evan Florick.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a hot minute since I've been down here. Hi, how's it going? I can't be here for very long. I've got a very important thing to be at. But, I just want to stop by, say hi, say how we doing. I will be back more consistently very soon. Stay tuned.
That was dumb.
He said the thing.
McCabe down 0-1 in the count early.
Foul ball.
Rolls over a fastball there. It's 0-2. And of course, you have Harrison Manusos, the tech guy.
What a beautiful day and what a beautiful live stream. I mean, great weather, great vibes, great camera work. We're out here, start of the season, feeling good. Let's keep this going. Stay tuned.
He also said the thing. It's not the same, though.
Not Evan.
Okay. Clear ball.
Ball one. Way outside.
It's the first time I've heard Cranford's bench stop talking. It's the first time.
Well, generally, that's because the Cranford team is on the field.
Yeah.
It's a lot of times when, Ryan Williams is on the bump,
They want to talk.
all the team is in the dugout, and they're letting him hear it. As McCabe goes down swinging. But, I love when players would rather go down swinging rather than down looking. I think it's a much better thing. Obviously, if you get punched out on a call that was objectively wrong, that's one different thing. But there, he went down aggressive. I like it.
It's fine with me. I'll put it from the perspective of my time playing baseball in MLB The Show. It's very humiliating to get punched out. So.
Oh, MLB The Show, forget about it. I swing at everything.
Yes, exactly.
As he grounded out to the pitcher. Safe at second. No call yet.
Well, from our angle,
Call
it's
is safe.
Safe. Yep.
It looked like safe.
And
Actually-
obviously, Cranford didn't take the time to scout the Vikings because the Vikings are very fast. They called him out.
Call overturned at second base. Nick Anderson now called out.
That second wave was.
Well,
clear.
Harrison left, but if he didn't, we would have instant replay.
Yeah, I believe he gave the safe signal.
My guess is a force out.
If anything looked
No, but
out,
he got there before the force.
That's what I thought, but I don't know.
if anything looked out, it was going to be at first base. But
I agree, yeah.
it looks like
I will say it is tough with a 2-umpire crew.
definitely contradicting.
If only video review existed in New Jersey.
I mean, Manasquan could have used that.
Oh, you're telling me. Well, Manasquan got their revenge this year.
They really did.
Good for the Swan boys.
As Luigi rolls over one to the shortstop, and that'll end the inning for the Vikings. Up next is Cranford in the top of the third. And for Ryan Williams here in the top of the third, you really got to avoid the walks, right? Obviously, to some extent, it might be part of his game, but you really got to avoid that because it's kind of killing you right now.
Base runners are what loses ball games.
Yep.
And you can't afford to get yourself in some jam because it's really out of your control at that point.
Yep. And also, Williams really has not made his infield or outfield work really that hard. A few flyouts, but infield hasn't really had to do that much. I say throw some heaters, get some Cranford guys to roll over the baseball, have Greg, have Mikey, put them to work, and get some ground outs.
How to do it. You got no choice. So.
Still essentially a close game, so you don't have to pull anything out risky that you might not need for later innings.
All right.
I want to.
We are back in business here.
work good.
Feels like we never left, Tony.
Going out to workouts.
Indeed.
Like,
We did leave though.
the bachelor.
It happens. Oh, 1 early.
Next year we play lacrosse. Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna play.
I'll go.
Bet.
And if Evan goes.
Evan's best. Oh, Evan.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, they go too.
Is it hot mic? What a beautiful day and a beautiful live stream and some beautiful throws.
Oh, it looks like we got some insight here unexpectedly from Harrison Manusos, is it?
Yeah, that's me. I'm here with the weather report for the day. It's looking like a nice and cool 70 degrees over here. Feels like 64, with a high of 73 and a low of 56. I mean, what a beautiful day for live sports. I mean, sun, not too bright, clouds covering it. Real easy to watch. Doesn't make it too difficult. I mean,
For the fielders, the sun is kind of blocking their
I feel bad for the fielders, but I'm not a fielder, so it's hard to. I can't sympathize too much.
Oh boy, where's Andrew Miller when you need him? All right, Harrison Manusos with the weather report. I was going to say as always, but that was the first time.
Something like that.
Something like that. You know, Nick, hi. Of course, Cranford, you know, like we said multiple times throughout this, they definitely had a strong start. You know, they definitely made their presence be known right out the gate. But you see, overall, listen, this is not a bad team. You know what I mean? We're playing in a very difficult conference. We absolutely killed it the first 2 games. Here's a statistic for y'all watching. We have stolen over 20 bases in 2 games, not including this game.
21, including this game.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, I think more than that, because it was over. It's over 20
Per chance.
coming into this game. So we're gonna have to get that statistic for you, for sure soon.
Give it.
Sure.
Andrew Miller's treating us
Shout out to Andrew Miller for treating us
with Twix.
with Twix.
Not
You wanna-
sponsored. Not
Not
sponsored.
no, absolutely not.
But if they want to,
Oh,
Eh,
man.
it's so good I sponsor it for free.
For anyone wondering, that was just Nick Dahl saying that. The rest of us not sponsored. Good candy though. Back to the game.
They pay you to say that?
First and second, what happened? I was in the vending machine and
Hit by pitch, 4-pitch walk. 5-pitch.
Ryan Williams. It's really the same story as the first 2 innings.
Without the hit
Steps
by
off the rubber. And the Cranford bench, he's just letting Williams hear it.
As usual. They're very brutal today.
Cranford shows butt. Up right now is Adam, first baseman, sorry. Oh, no, apologies. No, it is not. Game Changer is wrong. It's actually Michael Tripati, second baseman. The 1-1. Shows bunt. Strike 2. Assuming the bunt call will be off at the strike 2. Or bring out the bunt. I don't hate bringing out the bunt here. great weather for baseball today. I apologize. Harrison Manusos already did a weather report while I was at the vending machine.
Well, let's not get carried away from the game. Mikey Trippier just tried to bunt with 2 strikes.
As I said, I don't hate the bunt call here.
But as far as I know, if you bunt with 2 strikes and it goes foul,
yeah,
it's an out.
But I don't hate it. I really don't hate it.
I can't say I'm a fan of it. I mean, that's a risky play from new head coach of the Cougars after Dennis McCaffrey left after 25 years. Great coach, dare I say. But still, an interesting call. As far as I know, if you bunt on 2 strikes, it's an out. Oh, he's doing it again.
He did it.
And it got down.
I don't know if we've done this
Out at
yet,
first, but
just another report for the day.
What have we got?
It's about 70 degrees in Scotch Plains for y'all watching who aren't in Scotch Plains right now watching this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Speaking of the weather,
Yeah,
And there is the weather report.
There you go. Yeah, about 71 degrees, 70, 71. You know, cloudy conditions will continue for the rest of the day. Wind gusts are up to about 15 miles per hour, and that's making the temperature feel like 64 degrees, guys.
it feels like 71 according to our trusty weather report.
I mean,
and there's 9-mile-an-hour winds to northwest.
And Williams off speed looking like 71. I think he's got to go to the heater right now.
Got no choice.
Still no hits. Cranford's threatening again.
Batters at second and third. Off the great bunt by Cranford. Love the call. Strike is called. Great pitch there. Inside fastball. Breaking ball, sorry. It's hard to tell from here, really.
Not for me. No offense.
I'll get there. I
believe in you.
Also tough because you don't know his pitching arsenal.
Yes. Gotta get a pregame interview and find out those things. But, you know.
Oh, that's a hit.
Fly it out to Josiah in left field. And the sac fly is on. Cranford now leads 2-0. And Ryan Williams still has not given up a single hit on the day, but nonetheless, 2 runs have been earned. Thus far, it's been a lot of walks, a lot of hit by pitches, a lot of pass balls, and now 1 sac fly.
This is live, right? I think I can read off this. Of course, we got Williams pitching.
Already on 69 pitches for the day.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was his 70th just now, though. Yep, 70. Tyler Muchagrosso at the dish for the Cougars. 0 for 1 on the day so far.
Yeah, Cranford also pretty dominant in their first 2 games of the season. They played on the 1st and the 3rd, facing off against Oratory and Dayton.
Beautiful pitch from Ryan Williams. Second strike in looking, and that's a 2-2 count. Looking to get out of this jam right here with 2 outs. Muchagrosso last bunted out to the pitcher. Mikey Trippier, steal third base.
No, struck out.
Oh, never mind. And that's going to retire the side for the Cougars. Let's take it to the bottom of the 3rd inning. 2-2. 2-0.
Vikings really have to make a pitch here now. Now they're down 2 runs. So
We're gonna be set up.
Dal, let me ask you.
Hi.
Hi. Let me ask, what have Cranford been doing that have been standouts to you throughout this game that have put them up by this much?
Getting runners on base. That's been the story of the game for them. Ryan Williams, if you look on paper, he's having a really good outing, and that's true, he is, but there's 2 runs given up. Runners have been on base, and when you get into a jam, it's really hard to stop it. Ryan Williams is at his 73rd pitch of the ball game through three innings. Meanwhile, you look at Cranford, Gabe Arado is only through 24 pitches right now. I mean, the Vikings haven't really been able to get any deep plays into the outfield. You look at what happened yesterday. Union Catholic hit a lot of short bloop fly balls into center field, really short center field behind the shortstop, the second baseman, and they got on. But right now, you're not getting a lot of that. You're getting a lot of weak contact. Excuse me. Getting weak contact and just some great pitching from Gabe Arado. And that's why the Vikings down 2-0 here.
It's okay. I'll just better.
And for the Vikings here, top of the lineup, it's Josiah Sharp up to bat. Made the great catch that ultimately led to the sac fly, unfortunately, though. Nothing you could do about it, though. Obviously, he has a great arm, but can't hose a guy down from that far. Cranford has won the last 5 matchups dating back to 2017 against the Vikings.
And realistically, it probably goes back even further than that. Cranford, just a historically dominant program.
Yep. Consistently
one of the top perennial powers in the state. Cranford's a really good baseball team, but Union Catholic, this is the year for Union Catholic. They can swipe out a win here. There's still a lot of ball game left to be played.
I mean, they are in the Watchung division now for a reason. They had a great season last year, won their own conference, beat Watchung division teams like Scotts Plains Fanwood. I remember that on opening day. That was a great win for the Vikings. Inning nearly underway here.
More time to hear Josiah Sharp's walk-up song.
And Josiah Sharp is hit by pitch. In a bit of pain, but not really one of those things that is going to linger throughout the season.
He's a strong guy.
The bone density, the vitamin D that you eat throughout the season, it's paying off now. The calcium that your mom fed you as a child with milk and yogurt, yeah, it's coming into play here now. Your mother was right. It's important to eat those kinds of things.
definitely looks like he's in a little pain there. Hasn't shaken off yet.
Up to bat, shortstop Greg Valoria.
He really had a chance to swing at one of those pitches, you know, high up in the zone. Could make some great contact.
Pickoff unsuccessful there for the Cranford pitcher.
Looks like they're still pressing Saya.
And Greg shows bunt. Yeah, they are still kind of obsessed with Saya, still throwing at him. Because he's taking big leadoffs, but you can do that when you're fast getting back to the base.
I mean, this reminds me a lot of the first inning.
Yep.
A lot of similarities.
And UC's got to get a run going here. Because most likely a pitching change for UC is coming soon. As Saya steals, and he is in safe. So now a runner in scoring position for the Vikings. And this is really exactly where Union Catholic wants Saya, kind of in the pitcher's peripheral view when he's getting into his, wind up. not what you want to see for Cranford, right?
Yeah,
Because
I think with Cranford right now, you're seeing a lot of things. That first throw with the catcher looks a lot more like the throws are going. Now we've seen a couple throws. Union Catholic, like I said, fast team. They're going to win when you have runners moving along the base path, getting Cranford out of position. There's a lot of ways to win it, but it's got to start with base runners on. That's what Greg's doing right now, trying to move the base runners.
Yep, and once again, the Cranford catcher showing an inability to hose guys down. I would be stealing on him all day long. Well, not me personally. I'm getting thrown out, but
Oh, yeah.
these Vikings should be stealing all day long.
Most definitely, and you gotta time it right. You gotta be as unexpected as you can with it. But
And a balk is called, and Josiah Sharp will take third base now. Sack fly is on for the Vikings.
exactly what you need. You need to bring some runners in now. It's getting to a desperation point. 4 innings left, barring some extra innings. But you gotta bring the runner home.
They're definitely going to be very aggressive.
I mean, I don't see where the balk was, but then again, no one really knows what a balk is. Everyone just kind of pretends that they know what it is, and they just figure it out later. Everyone just fakes it till they make it. For the audience, a balk is really when the pitcher is kind of going into their windup, but they kind of step off the rubber. It's almost like faking a pitch. But truthfully, it's so hard to define that really no one can accurately say what a balk is and what a balk isn't. A long fly ball here for Greg would be nice. Pass ball. And Josiah Sharp gets the Vikings on the board with the wild pitch.
Like I said, great base running from the Vikings right there. Scores a run. They're so fast on the base path, and that's how they're going to win these baseball games here.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, right, I would not be stealing home there, but Josiah Sharp, with the immense speed, is able to get home before the catcher can even locate the ball.
It's a very big advantage this UC Vikings team has. It's a very speedy team. That's a foul.
And now Greg Valoria can kind of do whatever he wants, just trying to put the ball in play, get on base.
Got to be happy with that if you're the Vikings. Coach Coletti, nothing but positive things to say about Zaya after that situation right there. Great work on the base path. Brought home a Vikings run.
Ground ball straight to the pitcher. And that'll be the first out for the Vikings as Greg Valoria out with a ground out. Next up, it's the D1 commit, Chris Wilson. As Coach just said, I mean, this man is showtime.
Oh, yes. Chris Wilson, a guy with a lot of power,
Yep.
He can truly save the Vikings here and tie this game up, hit a deep fly ball out into right field.
Yep. First pitch.
Score a run, tie the game.
First pitch ball.
He can save us a lot.
A lot of power, a lot of speed. I seen yesterday.
Second pitch ball. Third pitch ball. I mean, Chris Wilson is the guy you want to walk. And Chris Wilson earns himself a walk.
That's somewhat smart for Cranford. Don't know what was coming after that. If he did get his bat to hit the ball.
And Chris Wilson, 4 stolen bases in the last game. You're expecting a green light here from Coletti. Especially with the Cranford catcher's inability to hose guys down. I will keep saying it.
Oh, definitely.
And Mikey Pellegrino up now. Chris Wilson gets back in time on the pickoff move.
That's going to be a common theme seen in this game. When Chris Wilson is on the base, they're going to be checking him down a lot. He's a very speedy player.
And Mike here, a very highly effective player, for the Vikings. There's a lot he could do here in this spot.
Check that. This is a great position to be for the UC Vikings.
Most definitely.
Chris Wilson got to get back, I think. Tries stealing, and that's a fly out from Mikey Pellegrino.
That was a good attempt.
It definitely was. Good base running there for everyone involved. Chris Wilson tried stealing there, but kind of got caught in no man's land, but he knew what he was doing. Great base runner there. That'll unfortunately decrease Mikey Pellegrino's average of .33. Almost like Luka Doncic's three-point shooting numbers right there. And up next, it's Braden Morrison. First pitch ball. Braden Morrison batting .571 on the year. Obviously, it is a very, very early start to the season, but nonetheless, very impressive for him.
Early success brings confidence, and when you have a lot of early success so far through 2 games for the Vikings.
It definitely does. A lot of these guys having a lot of success.
Huge lead off by Chris. Fisher's definitely eyeing him.
Foul ball. Count is now 1-1. Line down the third base line. That'll be a single. Gets Chris Wilson in scoring position.
That's great self-control by Chris Wilson. You know, there would have been a chance he would have been out if he did run to third, despite his speed. But, yeah, that just shows what a player he is for this UC Vikings team.
Yep, and great coaching by Coletti, giving him the sign to stay at second base. No need to, you know, try to be greedy, get an extra base, and risk losing this scoring opportunity. And up next, it's the Morris. Is it Morristown? No, Morris. No, what's the college? What's the college? No, what's the name? Is it Morristown County College?
No, it's the County College of Morris.
Anyway, it's the Morris County man. Nick Anderson up to bat. I gotta look this up now.
Hey, tying run at second base, 2 down.
That was a great check down. Chris was leading off a lot there. But it was a smart return.
Middlesex. It's Middlesex. That's what it is.
All that, and you got the wrong county.
I was thinking of Braden Morrison, who just got a walk. Hit, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to him. Getting that college offer.
There he goes, there he goes.
Already running.
And Chris Wilson
He's in.
successfully steals third.
He stole 4 bags yesterday.
Runners on the corners here for the Vikings.
And Chris Wilson stole four bags yesterday for the Vikings. We're not surprised at all that he's on the base path. Again, like I said, a really true 5-tool player here. And now he's in scoring position and can tie this game up.
I mean, this is going to be a trend seen throughout the entire season for the UC Vikings. He's so fast. He can start running before the play even starts. So, he's a great player for the UC Vikings.
Morrison Middlesex, so close.
Some could say.
That's skied. And that'll be an out. Union Catholic gets no... Oh, no, they do get 1 run on the day, but they leave 1 runner in scoring position. That'll be a killer there, but at the same time, it was a 2-out guy in scoring position. It's not like you had bases loaded, no outs.
And you got to run back from it.
Yeah, moderately successful inning here. I'm interested to see if Coletti brings out Ryan Williams to the bump, or if he makes the pitching change. I believe it'll be Ryan Williams once again coming out here for the 4th inning. Ryan Williams' pitch count is starting to rise a bit. But nonetheless, Coletti confident in his guy's ability to perform late into this game.
High ball.
Infield, sort of outfield fly. Easy play there for Greg Valoria. And Ryan Williams with a 1 pitch out. That's exactly what you want to see when you have a high pitch count. Want to make the most of the innings that you have left. Bunt is shown.
Looks like it's a foul ball.
Ryder Connor is 0 for 1 on the day. And great play there by Greg. Short little line drive. Straight into his glove. So routine from him.
2 catches this inning already. It's a great inning for Greg.
Yep, he's been busy. And as we said, Ryan Williams got to get the ball in play, make his guys work for it, get these outs. And this inning, he's done well thus far. 2 outs here for the Vikings. First pitch ball. Fly ball, right field, and the catch is made by McCabe to end the inning for Ryan Williams. Such a short inning.
3 up, 3 down.
That's great.
Yeah, maybe only like 5 or 6 pitches even thrown there by Williams.
For a pitcher with a 78 pitch count right now, that's exactly what you need. Get out of the inning quick. Don't let Cranford stand a chance at the plate, and leave it up to your hitters to make some offense happen.
Yep, and I don't know what change necessarily was made there by Williams, but whatever change that was, worked to perfection. He got the ball in play, and he really got some outs there quick.
That's definitely a winning UC Vikings team. If they continue on that trajectory, then this game is definitely theirs.
Absolutely. I mean, this team, we know that they can have success at these higher level games, right? They beat Elizabeth last year. They beat Scotch Plains. They've beaten Watchung Division teams in the past. So why not this year, right? They're in the Watchung Division, and it's not a fluke, you know. They actually belong here. They're going to win some games, and they might even string together a run. They could even win the conference. Who knows? I believe Union County Baseball, an Instagram post on Instagram, has them ranked at 4th, and I believe NJ.com also agrees with that. They also have them at 4th. So, hey, why not, right?
Well, if you're Union Catholic Baseball, it's not up to me, but I'd make the slogan of this team, why not us?
Yep.
There's a lot of potential with this team, and a lot of people written this team off. You know, this team gone a 2023 basketball level run. You can see a lot out of here.
Yep.
There's so much opportunity for the Vikings to make something happen and really, truly make a name for themselves.
Absolutely. 2 up for the Vikings this inning. It'll be McCabe in the 7th spot. Then it'll be Luigi Sacha, right? Saka at the 8th spot. And then it is not on the roster. Am I missing something?
What? Chris
Sorry. It was cut off. That's Chris in the 9th spot. Ramsden out for the Vikings. And he's only a freshman. What an opportunity for him. Playing a Watchung Conference team. It's McCabe up right now. Strike one.
Forgot you were going over there. You guys fixed it here? Yeah. Well, I walked in first. Well, right before you got to it, it fixed itself here. I saw some kids that Steve. Like,
Fly ball. Right field. Going back, and it lands for a base hit.
What an error by Cranford.
McCabe kind of let the ball, he was kind of watching the ball as it flew through the air. Could have turned 2 out of that, but nonetheless, kind of an error there for the Cranford.
It wasn't worth running the risk if you're just going to it. Just get on base, make something
True,
happen.
true.
Get a base runner on. He's fast.
And you could kind of tell by the Cranford body language, no one really knew who had it, and it ends up landing for a base hit.
That's just poor communication there from the Cougars.
Absolutely.
From a team that's very well coached, that's something that if you're Cranford, you don't want to see that from the coaching staff. That's a brutal mishap. Now the Vikings have a base runner on with no outs.
Yeah. We fixed it here? I'm so bummed. Where was it? We didn't do it.
Show him, bunt.
They knew I was on my way, and somehow connected.
McCabe is punched out at second base. Hey, I mean, we said that catcher doesn't have an ability to hose guys. Really proving me wrong there, making me eat my own words as he punches McCabe out on a laser beam from home plate.
Especially on a pitch like a ball right there, that's a hard play for a catcher.
Yep.
You got to give credit where credit's due.
While the batter is showing bunt.
But if I'm Cranford, I still don't want to leave base runners on.
Strike 2 there. Good hack from him. Feeling some rain droplets here.
Really? Probably not safe for all this equipment out here, but live and die.
We got 3 innings left, so.
Oh boy.
Full count now.
Need to get a base runner on here. If I'm stock, I'm not swinging the bat.
We'll wonder if Coletti agrees with your call, doll. And the payoff is a ball. Great call there, doll. As Luigi takes first base.
Well, I don't think Coletti needed to make a call on a play like that. That was a very obvious ball in the dirt there. And it made when you have a 3-2 count, pitchers are going to be routed no matter what.
Yep.
Base runner back on for the Vikings. Don't get punched out.
And it's back-to-back freshmen up, I believe. And it's Chris Tortorella up in the 9 spot. Let's see if he
for the day.
Let's see if he can make something happen. Ball 1.
How's it going, Viking Nation?
On the mic as freshman Chris is up to bat.
Here we go, Chris. Boom!
What a hit.
Boom!
What a great hit to left field. 2 freshmen on the bases right now.
Man.
That's what you want from your DH right there, Chris Tortorella.
Absolutely.
Great rip into the middle of left field. Very short blue pit. You saw that a lot versus Union yesterday. Now 2 runners on for the Vikings with 1 out. A lot of chance to make something happen.
That was a clean hit right there.
And that puts up, most importantly, the order flips around. Josiah Sharp, the leadoff hitter, up at the plate. He can really poke one out and bring home Luigi Scott.
Top of the order.
Man, they are screaming it, aren't they?
Feels like you can feel some momentum swinging the Vikings away. Hopefully the commentators jinx them and come to haunt me there.
Yup, and as you see, little mound visit for the Cranford infield and actually no pitching staff there. Just the catcher in the infield right there.
No, there's coach staff.
Is there?
Yep, you can see right here.
Oh, I see. Wait, is it?
Yes, there is. I promise you I saw it. It's fine.
Oh yeah, there is. Yeah, he's buried in there.
They look like managers in baseball are very interesting. They wear uniforms just like the players.
That
you know,
is very interesting.
Yeah.
very tripped up.
Imagine that in football.
Oh my, yes.
I want to see that.
Brian Dable.
I want to see that.
Shoulder pads.
I want to see that.
What a sight that would be.
What
You know-
about Coach Manusos in full lacrosse gear?
Well, let's do it. Yep. Coach uniform day.
I'd believe it.
Coach, in baseball, the coaches wear uniforms. How would you feel if in lacrosse you had to wear the full pads? Coach on the sideline.
I don't think they have them in my size.
They definitely do, Coach. We got some big guys. Ryan Farrago. If they can make pads to fit him, they can fit anyone.
I'm afraid I might use them.
And it's Sharp up to bat once again after the mound visit.
Try and run a second.
Man warming up in the Cranford bullpen. Another pitch in the dirt. The Union Catholic bench and Coach Manusos' cheers might be kind of rattling the Cranford pitcher here.
Listen, you think you've heard every sound,
Oh,
and then you go to a baseball game
Yeah.
like this, and you're like, I am dead wrong.
there will be things that you never could have thought could be uttered out of a person's mouth.
Right.
Failed pickoff there. These two freshmen are really killing them on the bases.
Seems almost like an opposite of the first inning,
Yeah.
as UC has kind of taken the momentum in this game, despite being down. It's impressive.
Sharp ahead of the count, 2-0. Side calls time. Coletti loves the timeout.
Close call from the umpire there to grant
Yep.
time. You know, Arado was in his motion.
And it really kind of messes with the pitcher's head. You were preparing to deal that pitch, and now you just got to reset. Infield fly, looks like. Second baseman tracking it. And that'll be the second out of the inning.
Well, you know what that leaves? That leaves all the opportunity for Greg to poke one in the outfield,
Yep.
in that little gap where nobody is,
Yep.
and score the runner and tie the game up for the Vikings.
Absolutely. A lot of green grass out here on this Union Catholic soccer and lacrosse field. Greg Valoria's got to make something happen.
There's a lot of opportunity. You know, you look at the field right here, poke it out into that left gap. It's a lot tighter though. That right field gap, which you can't see on camera because there's so much space back there. Hit it toward the softball field and something could happen.
Absolutely. And if he does get a hit, that means Chris Wilson can get up. He's already had 2 doubles this year. Why not make another one? And that'll be a strike call against Greg.
Interesting.
Inside corner painted there. Or at least the ump says so. And that's really the only opinion that matters in a baseball game. Pass ball allows both runners to advance. 2 runners in scoring position now for the Vikings, second and third.
Cannot afford to leave the runner stranded here on base. You need to do anything in your power to drive one of these guys home, tie the game.
Absolutely, especially after the incredible inning Ryan Williams just pitched. Can't let that go to waste. You also can't let this great inning from these 2 freshmen go to waste.
Indeed.
Great eye by Greg.
If I was in the batter's box right now, I am swinging like that and looking very stupid at the plate. That's
Absolutely.
a great pitch from Arado, but an even better eye from Greg Valoria.
Ump not giving the outside frame much love, but the inside frame, that's a different story. And that'll be strike 2 for Greg. 2-2 count. Don't want to go down looking if you're Greg here. want to at least try to put the ball in play and have to force Cranford to make a play. Greg, ground ball. Bobbled by the shortstop. A run will score. And all runners are safe. Runners on the corners here for the Vikings as Chris Wilson is up to bat. Already with 2 doubles on the season. Why not making 3 and drive home a run?
Who says it needs to be a double? Chris Wilson is a player that can really hit one into the gap, into this right field
why
gap.
not an inside the park?
Blow it open.
This is a great position to be.
All the momentum in the Vikings' favor right now, even though in a tie game.
Great position to be if you're a UC Viking right now.
Absolutely. I mean, the guy is batting .667 on the year.
A Sacred Heart commit. One of the best colleges that you can commit to in the area. Such a great place. One of the best colleges players are committed to in this county. It's up to Chris Wilson here to save the Vikings and bring us home.
Ball 1 in the dirt. Is it crazy to think about an intentional walk here if you're Cranford?
I was just
Yes.
saying the same thing.
I don't know. Bases loaded. Like, is it that crazy? Like,
I don't think it's that crazy.
I think it's that crazy. You
I
don't
mean-
want to bring up Mikey Pellegrino. You can't. You can't win here right now. You just gotta have to go at it with everything you
I
have.
mean, that is the best player on this team right now.
ball 2. I mean, hey, we were talking about the intentional walk. Looks like they're going to walk him anyway.
Well, it's early, so we gotta see.
That is true. But Chris Wilson, nonetheless, well ahead in the count.
This is the best position that the UC Vikings have seen in this game and probably this season so far.
Now visit.
Another mound visit will be made by the Cranford pitching staff. And maybe a pitching change will be made here.
And Mr. Never Takes That Risk, or Ralph Patel. What do you see?
Yep. And the pitcher there will be done for the day.
And the Union Catholic speakers playing the Jeopardy music during the pitching change. But
That is actually really funny.
Looks like that was called off by Coletti.
Azarado done for the day. 3 1/3 inning, 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 3 walk batters, and only 1 strikeout. Warming up right now for the Cougars, is Cooper Falk. He will replace Arado. He is a junior. 3 ineligible arms for the Cougars as of right now. I'm seeing Kwiatkowski's out. I know one of those. Captain of the Union Catholic lacrosse team amongst many. And Chris Wilson up to bat. Staring down the new pitcher.
That's a hit.
Pops it up.
Looks like a foul.
Well in foul territory, thankfully. That would have been a brutal way to end this inning.
I mean, no. Got 2 runs.
Two 2-1.
If Chris really gets a hit here, looking really good for the UC Vikings, especially after that defensive stop last time they were up.
ball is called.
That's
I thought
great.
that was a wonderful pitch.
Me too. That was a great eye from Chris Wilson. I was shocked that Chris Wilson didn't swing at that. A high breaking ball. That's a pitch I would swing at it any day.
Absolutely. It kind of hung in the box there.
Yeah.
That is hit.
Straight to the shortstop. And they get the ground out. Unfortunate way for the Vikings to end the inning. But nonetheless, they tie up this ball game going into the top of the fifth. Only 3 innings remaining, and the Vikings are showing that they can compete at the highest level of Union County baseball. You got to be like an idiot. If I'm sure if we were like the bleachers were there.
I had
But right here,
so I lost it for like. It's just switched the thing. Yeah, switched it to exactly. And now we're good. I haven't had an issue since. Not one black spike. Back here for the top of the 5th inning.
pop up in the infield. Valoria barely makes the play.
A great play. That is. I mean, it's a hard play. You got lost in the wind. It's windy out here. And for what it's worth, for what we're spotting, Santi Alvarez, the senior, in the bullpen right now.
That'll be his debut. Ryan Williams still on the bump. Love the custom glove he got going on.
Oh, yes. What's that? Kind
Foul ball.
That almost hit our camera. That one back there almost hit our camera.
Nearly hit the live stream camera.
You see where the net part is? On next to the beak. Facing.
Joe Letourneau, you are also a Cranford resident. I'm sure you know some of these kids. As that ball is lined down the third base line. And the out will be made.
Beautiful stretch.
Mikey, his foot nearly off the bag. The Cranford coach tries to make an argument there, but nonetheless, that will not happen.
If I did that, I'm tearing every bone in my leg.
Absolutely. So back to you, Joey.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know some of these kids. What are you seeing out of this Cranford team that, I mean, just talk about the game for me right now, you know?
Well, I had to leave for a little bit. It was a little intermission, but from what I've seen, they really haven't been able to put the bat on the ball that well. I mean, they're kind of popping up, flying out. Yeah, so it's looking good for UC right now, as long as the score goes. But yeah, that's the only problem. But they can figure that out. They should coast from there.
Could not agree more. Love the analysis there. Great player on the lacrosse team. Hashtag bench mob. Grounded foul.
close pitch there to the head of Adam Kilzinski. 3-1 count with 2 outs. Ryan Williams looking to get out of the 5th inning with no hits. Beautiful breaking ball. A very beautiful breaking ball from Ryan Williams there. Full count here, 2 outs.
Yeah, Tripati just forced to watch that. Grounded to the third baseman. And the out is made. I believe that was actually a tag out, not a force out.
That was a beautiful tag.
He kind of had to jump off the bag, looking like Air Jordan out there, and had to make the tag on the way down. What a great play by him.
Jumped up, made the great catch there, and tagged out the runner. Didn't even need to get his foot on the bag for that.
Yep, and now the Vikings, a chance here to take their first lead of the ball game.
And it's a tie game, but Ryan Williams had the no-hitter through 5.
That is true. I mean, hey, he has pitched 81 pitches. I don't know what the exact limit is, but let's say he doesn't ever reach that. Are you letting him finish this game to try to get the no-hitter?
Well, if he can stay hot, if he can get out of the next inning within 10 pitches, I'm letting him ride it out. 110. I'm 100%.
Tommy, what do you think? Right? He's got 30 pitches about left before he hits the pitch limit. 2 innings remaining of pitching. Are you letting your guy Ryan Williams stay out there despite the control issues occasionally throughout this game?
Yeah, I mean, if you keep off the walks and got no hitter through 5 right now, of course you keep him out there. They can't hit him.
Joey, do you agree with that take?
I couldn't agree more.
I mean, hey, if your guy Ryan Williams is pitching a no-hitter, why would you not let him continue it? Sure, paper flying in the live stream booth. I mean, hey, sure, you could risk some control issues throughout the game as the arm gets more tired, but at the same time, right, you don't want to take that opportunity away from one of your best pitchers, right? It's really a confidence boost if they can go 7 innings straight without giving up a hit to one of the best teams in the county. Shout out Mr. Valoria looking sty walking into the building. Mikey Pellegrino, lines one to left field, unfortunately. That was a great hit, made great contact with the barrel of the bat, but nonetheless, that results in an out.
I like that as a sign for the rest of this game going. If you can make good contact off that, just because it went into the fielder's hand doesn't matter. Yep. You made good contact there. That's exactly what you want. Any other, you can baseball is a sport of luck. You can't control what happens after you hit the ball.
Absolutely. And if that ball was hit 5 feet shorter, that was a hit. It's the catcher, Braden Morrison, up to bat now. A lot of these guys got the same looking bat. As he takes strike one, looking. Tommy, are these guys all using the same bat? Kind of looks like it.
Yeah, I think they're using a Power Select. I can't see that well. I love that bat. Used that in freshman year.
Massive hack from Morrison there. What does it look like on the screen right now? That bat. Once he raises it, you'll be able to see.
It's definitely power.
Yeah, I think it's. Yeah, I have that bat. 2024 Power Select.
Is that like the bat?
I mean, I've been out of the game for a little bit, but that's the bat I would use.
Great hit there. Drops in for a single.
I think it was the bat.
I mean, it's gotta be.
You get some tanks with that bat. It's got some power in it.
Beautiful blue pit, and that's what I was saying earlier. You can't control what happens after the ball leaves your hand. So you got to get some great blue hits like that, and that's going to put a runner on first base for the Vikings.
And the Vikings with significantly more hits than Cranford so far on the day.
Well, it's significant when you have 0 hits.
Yeah.
Everyone says don't mention a no-hitter. We have no choice. Oh,
Nick Anderson flies into center field. That'll drop down for a base hit. Great hit by Anderson. 1 out. Runners on first and second. Great opportunity here for Brian McCabe to drive in a run.
Yeah, Veltro's just playing a little deep there. Gonna get to the ball in time.
Yeah, that ball kind of hung in the air for a little while. If he was playing a little bit more shallow, I think he would have had a great chance to catch that one. McCabe, first pitch swinging, and they get the out at third. Great play there by the Cranford Cougars to understand there was a force out at third. No need to make a throw all the way across the diamond. They get the force out at third, and they keep, once again, runners at first and second, but now with 2 outs.
But you put up the guy that's one job is to get on base, and that's Luigi Saka, the designated hitter for today, with his beautiful red bat. Or pink, I can't even really tell.
It's gotta
I'm gonna go red.
Gotta be pink, I think. I'm putting my money on pink.
I got neon orange if I look up with my eyes. But we'll see, it's close.
Ball to the outside. Ump has not been loving that outside frame today.
Well, the ump sees a lot better than we do back here. That was a really close call.
Union Catholic has really been carving up this new pitcher. Really having a field day with him. Another ball to the outside.
Well, this pitcher's bread and butter is to go at the outside corner. Then Cranford didn't make a smart decision putting him in the game because this umpire has been brutal for that outside corner call. If I'm Union Catholic and I see any ball that has any chance of breaking, I'm not swinging the bat. Just let the pitcher do the best he can to get it over the plate.
Yep.
Run up the pitch count, all these different variables.
Another ball to the outside. But at the same time, right, if you throw that breaking ball over the plate and it hangs for a little while, that is just an Italian meatball waiting to be hit right there.
But again, no matter how hard you hit it, this isn't Yankee Stadium. You're not going to get one to go barely over the wall.
Yeah.
It is, I want to say like 420 to right field here.
Yeah.
Do I think an outfielder's going to get it? No, but
gotta swing at that one. On the inside corner. You know the ump is going to call it no matter what to the inside. Obviously, it might not be his pitch, but at the same time, right, it's going to be a strike call no matter what. The 3-1. And a great hit deep to left field. Over his head. What a hit by the freshman. And he's got a stand-up double. And he drives in 2 for a freshman. What a game he's got.
The designated hitter hits 2 runs on the board for the Union Catholic Vikings. Beautiful work of hitting over the head of the left fielder for the Cougars. And the Vikings are going to be up 4-2 in the bottom of the 5th inning with a no-hitter still on the board for the Vikings. One for 2 on the day. Chris Tortorella in the box now.
Strike 1 to the inside.
That inside corner is brutal. If I am Cranford, I am attacking that with every ounce of my being.
I mean, that hit to the left field wall was nearly 10 feet away from being a home run on this field.
I would love. We need to ask when the last time a home run over the wall has been hit here. Oh.
Infield fly. Second baseman does well. Inning over, but nonetheless, Union Catholic with a great bit of hitting. They double their score, and they create a first lead of the game against Cranford. It is now 4-2 over the Cougars. Coletti has got to be happy with that bit of hitting from his guys. Joey, what did you see that inning that really worked well for the Vikings?
They were great at putting the ball into the outfield and getting into the gaps there. That hit by Luigi was just, it was amazing. Went right over the fielder's head, allowed for Brian to score, and Braden scored, yeah. So that was great. Braden had a nice line drive. And now I think they should just keep Brian Williams out there to keep a no-hitter.
Absolutely.
So I have some insider information. If we're I'm gonna move this camera out a little bit for all of us. This pole over here, these are where home runs bend. It's a lot of bending home runs. We haven't seen one here in a while. I think last year though, Adrian Rojas, class of 24 for the Vikings, hit one over this over the center field wall.
Really?
I think But most of the home runs on the field that are over the wall come into this foul pole right over here.
Pitching change has been made, I believe. It is Santiago Alvarez out there on the mound.
And all the pressure on Santi right now to keep the no-hitter alive. A combined no-hitter still on the table for the Vikings. And now you're in the driver's seat.
Yep.
Close this inning out, close the next inning out, it's over. 6 more outs from a no-no.
And it's his debut on the year. One of the Vikings' top arms. And Tommy, if you're Cranford, right, the last pitcher in Connor, right, he kind of got carved up by the Vikings lineup in the last inning. Are you taking him out of the game? Or are you keeping him in?
I think I'll take him out of the game here. You're down 4-2. The bats haven't been rolling so far. You just need a spark off the. You need a spark on this Cranford team right here.
Yep, absolutely. And I mean, at the same time, it obviously does depend on what kind of arms Cranford does have remaining in their bullpen. But when your guy is getting carved up like he was, don't know how you can justify keeping him out there. And Joey, quick little question for you. How would you rate my commentating on your JV basketball games throughout the season?
Oh, the JV basketball games, though, that was great. I would give it a 10 out of 10 in my opinion.
I really appreciate that, Joey. I mean, it was great. It was a great time commentating for you. I didn't know you were playing lacrosse, but now that you play lacrosse, I would have never shut up about that. And now it's time to see how the Cougars attack the new pitcher in Santiago Alvarez. I mean, could you think of a more baseball pitcher name than Santiago Alvarez? I mean, just wow. That name just strikes fear into me.
I could. Ryan Williams.
No, Santiago Alvarez. That is a hard name for a baseball pitcher.
We have a lot of good names on this team.
First pitch ball.
Got up to Barron now is dangerous. He can put the ball in play, and he's gonna hit it hard, and he can hit it far.
Insider information right there.
As far as I remember, Veltre plays football for the Cougars. I can't remember any more position.
Quarterback one right there.
Grounder to Alvarez, and he gets the out.
Such a close play. Alvarez bobbled the ball right in front of him, but that gets the out for the Vikings. 5 to go.
Yeah, once again, Mikey Pellegrino getting the out while jumping. Great job by him.
What a day for Mikey Pellegrino.
Absolutely.
Such athletic plays. First you saw the split. 2 jumping plays right there. He's doing everything in his power.
He's sneaky athletic. He's like Luka Doncic, really.
That's the
Like,
5th time.
I will keep saying it. He really is. It seems as though a ball has knocked off the trajectory of our camera.
You want to go on, Chase?
This angle still works, though.
Hit it to right field and we're golden.
Strike called there. Great pitch by Alvarez. Alvarez deals. Great pitch by him, but even better eye by the Cranford batter. Alvarez goes back to the same pitch, doesn't get the swing though. I love the catcher gear that Morrison wears.
Dripped out. Great look.
I could never be a catcher. That is a hard job.
I couldn't imagine my knees would die after like an inning. Oh.
Yeah, it's hard on the knees.
Yep. Same location, different pitch there. I believe that was a heater.
I believe so. It was just in the dirt. Lost the command of it.
I love the shoes Santi's wearing. Going with the Air Jordans. The full count is driven to left field. Tough hit to give up there for Alvarez, but nonetheless, the Vikings can easily recover. 1 out, 1 man on base.
Great hit from Weaver. He's had a couple of great at-bats here. He had a big pitch at-bat in his first at-bat, so it's a good hit there.
Tries picking him off. Unsuccessful there for Alvarez.
Well, you got to say, 16 out of 21 outs to break your streak after 16. Can't complain.
Yeah. It is tough, though. After 1 out, he gave up the no-no.
No, it's not Alvarez. I don't know what the roster says.
Great pitch strike there. As the batter is hit there, apologies folks, bit of an error was made there. It's actually Luigi Sacca pitching there for the Vikings. The freshman giving hand to the ball in a big spot here. Santi is yet to make his debut on the year.
Well, that means who's in the lineup now for the Vikings? Sack is still going to hit?
Yep.
Okay.
One out. Runners on first and second there for the Vikings. For the Cougars, sorry. Sacca deals. Outside fastball. No good. I am loving his stuff, though. I mean, guy can really do it all. Two-0 count here. A double play would be great here. Morrison nearly gets the frame job, but it'll be a 3-0 count for Luigi.
Gotta go for a double play here.
And for Cranford, gotta wonder if the green light is on here. Tommy, what do you think?
Green light's on.
Tommy says swing away. And that'll be ball 4. Bases loaded, 1 out here for the Cougars. This is the opportunity that they need to get back into this game. I mean, what a game we've got here on our hands. This is what you want, right? Two teams going back and forth, high-powered, high-octane offenses, great pitching. I mean, you got guys who are two-way players out here. Obviously, in high school, it is much more common than in the majors, but at the same time, it's still great to see guys who can get it done on both ends. Joey Letourneau, what do you think needs to change here for the Vikings to get themselves back into this and get themselves out of this jam?
Well, first we need the pitcher to throw some more strikes here.
Yep.
And I think if he just throws it over the plate, Cranford hasn't been hitting the ball that well, and they're just going to hit it to our fielders, and they have to make the play. So I think it's all about just throwing strikes here.
Absolutely right. He's been throwing a lot down near the dirt, a lot into the outside corner. We know that the ump is not going to give them those calls. So you got to throw where the ump is moving the strike zone. And got to start dealing some strikes, truthfully. Obviously, easier said than done, right? There's a reason we're not on that mound. But at the same time, we're just calling it how we see it. Double play is still on here. That'd be a great clutch play here for the Vikings. And they've really, as we said before, got the infield talent to make it happen.
No reason why we can't see a double play.
And if you're Cranford, you really want to avoid the double play, and the sac fly is on. Great pitch there. Strike one is called.
You need to do everything in your power to get it out of your hands. It's a lot. You need to just get out of this inning scoreless. Hold the 2-run insurance lead as much as you can.
Ball one is called. Even count. 1-1. A lot of calls being made here by Morrison.
He's been doing that all game. It's very impressive. I don't know how he remembers that. All those
blazes one by him.
All those fingers were worth it there in a pitch like that. 1-2 count. Need a huge out right here.
Pass ball.
It's gonna score.
Every runner advances and a run scores for the Cranford Cougars. It is now 4-3 Vikings.
And the worst part about all that, not even the run, the worst part about that is the double play is not in order anymore.
Absolutely. No force out because not every single base is occupied. Yep. Yeah, sac fly ties it here for the Cougars. 2-2 count still. No, sorry, 1-2 count. Full count now. Yeah, full count. I was right on that 2-2 call. The payoff. And that'll be a walk. Bases loaded here for the Cougars. Still one out. Not the situation you really want to be in. Sac fly still on, but at the same time, the double play now is on for the Vikings.
And you got to look at that from Luigi Sacca's perspective out there. It's not as bad of a case scenario as you think it was, especially.
Yeah.
You got the bad thing is that you already have runners on second and third in scoring position. Putting the runner on first is not the end of the world. As much as you'd like an out there, would make your life a lot easier. There's a lot of worse ways that could go.
First pitch ball. Luigi brought the heater, but outside there. Cranford bench, let him hear it. High fly ball.
Too short.
Yeah, too shallow a fly ball to get the sac fly. And now the sac fly is off with 2 outs here. Bases loaded.
That's almost the specification scenarios you want there. If it couldn't be a strikeout, it would have to be a fly out like that. And that's perfect. Now, sac fly is not in order.
Yep.
It is all on the hands of Luigi Sacca right now.
This guy's dangerous.
Give us the insight, Tommy.
Patrick Bendert, sophomore, hits tanks.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to do that on this field, I'll tell you that.
Is there anyone that could? I think it could be him.
Already with an RBI on the year.
Kid lives on my street.
2 walks and 2 singles. Big hack there.
He's looking for it. He's looking for the big swing here.
That might have been his pitch. Saya being told to move back.
I put a little deeper.
Coletti might have been given the Tommy Letourneau scouting report.
This kid actually played for Coletti.
Really?
Yeah.
That must be how he knows.
Yeah.
Nearly got hit by pitch. Maybe could have leaned into that one.
If I'm Pat Daniel, I'm leaning into that one. You score the run.
Just a little bit.
There's
Yeah.
no shame into leaning in a pitch right there.
I mean, as long as it's not crazy obvious. Got to be a little bit more theatrical with it.
His stance though makes it hard to lean into something.
Yeah.
You know?
The bend in the hip. Third pitch ball. 2-1 count. 2 outs. Bases loaded. Top of the 6th here. Cranford down to the last 4 outs. Got the strike call. Ball nearly on his knuckles, but nonetheless, the ump has been loving that inside call.
He hasn't changed strike zone.
Yeah, absolutely not. Left-handed batter, right-handed batter, really doesn't matter. And that'll be a strikeout to end the inning. The freshman gets the job done, only allows 1 run, and leaves 3 runners, stranded on base. Absolutely perfect performance there from the freshman, despite giving up that 1 run.
Second time this game.
And with hopefully the last inning at the
Yep.
plate for the Vikings, you need to do everything in your power to get some insurance off of this pitcher. You need anything. It's too close to the game to
Yep.
leave it like this. You have to bring it, drive some runners home. And as far as I know, where are we at in the lineup? Top-ish of the order?
I mean, who knows? I think that guy is still looking at that pitch. He just froze when that pitch was given.
Looked like a deer in the headlights out
He
there.
really did.
It's an unfortunate story that Arif Patel had to leave since I was last here.
Evan Fork back.
Yes. Hi.
You just missed a great pitch.
An insane pitch.
To get the Vikings out of a
Bases
bases
loaded,
jam.
2 outs. It was a 2-2 count.
Oh.
And an incredible pitch was made for the punch out.
By who?
Freshman Luigi Sacco. Absolutely incredible pitch.
Well, ain't that something? Well, I gotta say, I'm loving.
Anything else to say?
I'm loving the camera setup. I gotta say,
Oh,
I
it's
have
wonderful.
something to say.
since last season, this
Julio
has.
Jones is retired.
Yeah, no, I heard about that.
He's been retired.
No, Julio Jones has officially announced his
He has
retirement.
been retired.
Allegedly not, right?
That's like me coming back next year and saying my high school career is not done, but I don't actually play. I just sit on the sideline. No, my career is done.
It's like
that's just how it works.
Hey, in these
it's
years,
like
you
me
get
coming
5
back
years-
next year to say I'm not playing lacrosse my junior season.
You can get 5 years of eligibility. You never know.
Probably good, right?
A lot of things. In this day and age, they can get an NIL grad student deal. All these
That is
different
true.
possibilities.
Prep
I'd get
schools
one out
these
to you.
days.
Am I really providing much value though?
Oh, absolutely.
Of course.
Entertainment
You're a glue guy, Miller.
Kyle McKenna's got to watch his record.
Blue guy.
A glue guy.
Oh, you take that back.
That's a compliment.
I came outside to see if anyone had keys to unlock the cafeteria.
You can actually.
Labor
You
definitely
can ask
does.
Mr. Luciano. But we got a game squad, and I was right, Andrew Miller. It is the top of the order. Josiah Sharp digging into the batter's box.
You gentlemen enjoy this absolute thrill. Oh,
Get Miller back, please.
Miller, come here.
He's split dodging down the sidewall.
Now that's grit right there.
First pitch strike.
I really wish we could see that in a game.
Oh, Miller, if only you did this during games.
Quote Tommy Letourneau, I wish we'd see that in game.
Yep.
Well, anyway.
I'll love. We'll get 5 goals in the next game.
I can see it.
Believe it.
foul ball into that netting. I was thinking earlier, that netting gives a lot of opportunity for some foul balls up back to not be able to be caught by the catcher. There's a lot. You see the balls on the net right here.
Yeah. I wonder how many would pop up.
The 1-2. Ground ball. Picked up by the shortstop and punched out at first base. 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th.
Up right now, Greg Valoria. First pitch strike. Second pitch swinging. It'll be a foul ball. Quick 0-2 count here for Valoria. Ball 1 is called. One, 2 count.
Did it hit the batter?
I think it might have hit the donut of the bat, like the very end.
That's got to be brutal.
Not as bad as a broken hand, though.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, getting the base is nice, but at the same time, you don't want to sacrifice your starting shortstop.
Indeed.
I played a broken thumb once.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it hurts like hell when you hit the ball.
I'm pretty sure I have a broken finger right now. Whenever I shoot, it hurts. Like, a lot.
Oh, that has
That hit him? Yeah, there we go.
What?
3-2 is called. It didn't hit him, apparently.
Where's Harrison with the replay when you need him?
Yeah, that would be clutch. Got to get that going. You got to figure out how to do that. It's actually not hard. You just got to click that record button.
Too much.
Big hack there. Foul ball, right field. And it drops. Not for a base hit, though. It's in foul territory. But nonetheless, the at-bat continues.
Hit him in the face out there.
Hit him in the face off the bounce back.
You want to take a look at it? Now we have...
Let's see a replay of that.
You can see him out there making the dive and play.
It's a great attempt.
Absolutely. That will leave a mark tomorrow.
Took your advice, hit the record button. We got to
Yep.
the first.
The 3-2 payoff. It's a base, base hit. Drops in the left field region, one could say. Great base hit there for Greg. Only one hit coming into this game. Great way for him to get his season back on track. Crucial player here for the Vikings. I mean, the starting shortstop of any baseball team is going to be a crucial player. And now up to bat, Chris Wilson.
This guy's been on fire lately.
He really has. Slugging 1,000. First pitch ball.
Should have thought about using the replay earlier in this game, shouldn't I?
You really should have. Could have got some sick replays, but nonetheless. Greg is easily in for a stolen base there. I mean, the speed on that kid is just immense. Now Chris Wilson here with a 2-0 count. Coletti relaying some signals to his star player. Bat at his feet. Greg really in the pitcher's head right now.
Can you blame him? You know, the pressure on this pitcher to try and stop the Vikings from getting any insurance. Got to be a lot going through his head right now.
Yep. Great hack there from Wilson.
That helped our camera out a little bit.
Did it?
I think so.
A little bit.
A little in our back.
It moved the better way this time. 2-1 count now after the foul ball. Pop fly, foul territory, going back, makes the play in foul territory. Tough way for Chris Wilson to go out on what will most likely be his last at-bat of the day. And when you hear that country song, you know who's up. It's Mikey Pellegrino.
It's a great song.
It really is a great song. He actually pitched it to us in his AP Lang class. And we were like, yeah, you know what, Mikey, that's a great song. You got to go with that. Really exemplifies who he is as a person. Gets him pumped up for the game. And now let's see what kind of damage he can do. Bottom of the 6th, 2 outs. Man on first. Greg safe at second. UC bench, let him hear it. First pitch ball. All kinds of sounds coming from the UC dugout.
I think I hear a quack.
Yeah, there's some penguin noises, some seagulls. Great eye by Mikey. 2-0 count. Coletti with some signals, along with the Cranford catcher. Great hit by Pellegrino into right field.
That's going to score a run.
A run will score. Insurance added to the Vikings lead. They're up by 2. Bottom of the 6th. And Cranford, once 1 out is achieved, will have 3 outs to make a comeback. But at the same time, you still got to get that 1 out if you're Cranford, and you got a man on first. And we saw, if Mikey's not the type to steal, but if he did, you got a man in scoring position, and all of a sudden you're still dangerous. Braden Morrison up to bat now. First pitch ball.
Braden takes a second pitch for a ball.
And that last swing there, much needed insurance brought from the bat of Mikey Pellegrino. Just a great hit out into right field. Makes it that much harder for Cranford to come back in this game in the top of the 7th. But the Vikings aren't done yet.
Braden sends a rocket out to left. Oh, center fielder drops it. Braden's at second. They're sending Mikey home.
Mikey, go!
And Mikey's safe at home.
Scoring from first base, Mikey
Makes the score 6-3. Braden Morrison with the double there. That was a great hit.
Tough play from Veltri there.
Very tough. Great effort, but
Veltri did a great job of tracking that ball out in the outfield. Just fell right out of his glove there. He tried to make a diving play for it. Just dropped right out, though. And when that happens and it falls right past Veltri, that's going to bring Mikey Pellegrino home from first. And the bat of Braden Morrison hits a much-needed double and much-needed insurance for the Vikings. Up by 3 here.
I mean, we said Mikey didn't like to run, but right there, he put the wheels on. I mean, I think if Luka ran like that, he would not have been traded. Just saying.
agreed. Takes the first pitch for a strike. We have Nick Anderson up to bat. Let's see what he can do. Takes a second pitch for a ball in the dirt.
Good look. Good eye.
That was a nice eye.
Flip that to none. Flip it back. Flip what? Flip it.
Throw to second. Safe. Try to pick him off, but couldn't there.
How many times have they done that this game?
Yeah, they just want to keep him.
Keep the
Keep him
runner
from.
second on.
Yeah. Don't want him getting a big lead. Here's the pitch. Ball outside.
First year without Mac, I think. Start off 2-0. It's pretty good.
I'd agree.
Coach Mac on to St. Joe's.
That's St. Joe's. How long was he at Cranford for?
25 years.
25 years.
Forever.
Yeah.
Probably half of those years state titles,
Yeah.
sectional titles, a lot.
A lot of winning.
I remember my freshman year.
Hit to the shortstop. He makes the play.
We played from school.
Nice play from the shortstop, Braden Fry.
My freshman year, Ryan Jarrell, Shea Grady.
Oh yeah.
Watching those guys play was fun.
There was elite talent.
Shane Van Dam.
Yeah. Gerald's and Chan Van Dam now at NC State, right?
NC State, yeah.
Yeah, both playing baseball there.
She was down in the dugout because the Gators here.
Their last 3 outs. That would be tough to be upset in what would be their first Watchung Conference game of the year. From the Vikings' perspective, 3 outs, and you get what could be maybe your biggest win of the season if you're not counting,
Big early season game.
some future.
Shows the Vikes are for real.
Yep. It really does.
Good job on the call.
Absolutely, thank you. We're Coach Young certified now.
I get the brothers double teaming it.
Take care, Coach Young.
Get in here.
Now hopefully here Luigi can
Postgame right here. We'll grab.
hold the Cranford team to under 3 runs.
Luigi still on the mound for the Vikings. Big 3 batters up here for the Cranford Cougars. Gotta make something happen. Great pitch there. It's Adam up to bat. Pitch behind him, ends up hitting him. If you're Luigi, just got to get the stuff under control. Coletti did warm up 2 pitchers just in case, Luigi's stuff does get out of control a little bit too much. One of them is Anderson. I was talking to him in religion class. He was like, I was like, oh, Anderson, you pitched the other day. I didn't know you were a pitcher. He said, I didn't know I was a pitcher either. But he actually threw gas. He had a good amount of strikeouts for...
Scoreless.
Yeah.
Not hitless, but... Mikey Trippitti stepping in. Showing bunt. Oh, gosh.
I would have stolen there.
It was close. I
On
think
the wild
Morrison would've
pitch.
gunned him.
Yeah. He does have quite the arm.
Pick off attempt.
I mean, what a blessing this would be for Coletti to only need to use 2 arms to beat a team like Cranford. Bunt is shown again. Ball is thrown again.
Showing it again.
Strike 1.
Trippitti thought he saw it well, but...
Now, is that a breaking ball or a curveball? They look very similar.
I want to say change up.
Really?
I can't tell, though. Because it didn't break a huge amount, and it still had a good amount of speed on it. That was a heater.
Yeah.
And that should have been a strike, but...
Nonetheless, 3-1.
Double play in order here. I feel like, yeah, he's not going to swing here is my guess. If he does, it'll be show bunt. Oh.
And he works a walk, first and second. Nobody out here for the Cougars. That's exactly what you need to start a rally if you're Cranford. Tying run is at the plate. I mean, what a moment that would be for the Cougars to hit a walk-off home run. Not walk-off, but go-ahead home run. If a walk occurs. It's Veltroy up to bat. Shows bunt. Morrison thinks about it. I mean, that's not a guy I'm stealing on.
No. Big lead off of first and second here.
Great pitch there. Strike 1 is called. Even count. I mean, triple play is in play here too. Big hack there. But Luigi brings the heat. Ball 2 in the dirt. Still ahead of the count, really. Strikeout here would be fantastic. Head softball coach AJ Bonady's in the building. Big hit here. High fly ball. Saya tracking it. Calls it. Makes the play.
Runners don't move. That's one of the biggest things today.
Yeah, hit was not nearly deep enough. They did not want to test Josiah's arm. And Luigi gets the out.
He's looking for the girls at cross court. Jesse Weaver, dig it in. For the Cougars. He broke up the no-hitter last.
He'll look to have similar success at the plate now.
Strike one called.
Anything on Weaver, Chami?
That's a good hitter.
Very fast.
Very fast, yeah. I never played with Weaver.
Batting .429 on the year so far. .571 slugging percentage.
He's brought these deep pitch counts. He's had some couple pitch at bats here.
Yeah. Cougars down to their final 2 outs. 0-2 count here. Strikeout would be absolutely massive. Time is called.
Sam Kapitanakis home second.
Was that a pinch runner?
Yeah. Great rec basketball game last night.
Yes.
In season 2, that's commitment. Great eye by him. 1-2 count. Stays alive. Double play will end the ball game.
Wouldn't it be nice?
I wonder if they have like a winning song like the Yankees do. That would be something to feel. The vibes.
New York, New York.
And he gets the punch out. Luigi Saka and the Union Catholic Vikings are 1 out away from getting their first Union County Conference, Union County Watchung Conference win of the year. One of what hopefully will be many, and continuing their undefeated streak, improving to 3-0. But at the same time, got to get this final out. Tying run at the plate. Strike one. The Vikings are 2 strikes away, but also cannot underestimate the tying run at the plate. Mucha Grasso watches strike 2 be called, and Luigi is 1 strike away from ending this thing.
Said 2 great.
Great job at Morrison there, keeping it in front of him. 1-2 count. Grounded. Foul ball. Mucha Grasso stays alive in the at-bat. Listed as a pitcher on the Cranford roster. Big time moment for him to step up in. Freshman pitcher versus pitcher at bat. What a moment this would be for the Vikings. Anderson on screen, ready to make a play. Ball 2 called. 2-2 count. Ball 3. Full count here. Mucha Grasso with a great at-bat to get back into this thing. Bases loaded would be a great opportunity here for Cranford. But at the same time, Luigi Saka with 1 strike away from ending this whole thing.
Really strong outing for him so far.
Absolutely.
Runners are going to move on contact here.
Yep. And he gets him swinging. The Union Catholic Vikings beat Cranford for the first time in over 5 years. And they get their first Union County Watchung Conference win of the year, one of what will hopefully be many. And it's Luigi Saka, the freshman, with the incredible performance both at the plate and on the bump. And then, of course, starting out the game, Ryan Williams with an incredible 5-pitch, no-hit performance. Obviously didn't finish the whole game, was nearing the pitch limit. Coletti wanted to throw in a fresh arm there, picked a great one in Luigi. The pitching staff was incredible. The bats were on fire today. And the Union Catholic Vikings celebrate on the first base line as they beat the Cranford Cougars 6-3. And I mean, so many reasons to celebrate if you're the Vikings, right? They're 3-0. Great start to the season. Tommy, what did you see out of the Vikings today that you really loved?
I mean, pitching. It looked scary a little bit at first, but Ryan Williams definitely cleaned it up there. Threw a no-hitter for the boys, and they hit the ball. They put the ball in play, and that's how you win baseball games. It's a great win to build off of.
And Braden Morrison with the backflip. That's what you want to see out of a team, right? The energy is there. The excitement is there. I mean, really represents Union Catholic as a whole. What a win for these Vikings. I mean, Joey, you got to be loving it, Joey. What are you seeing out here?
I don't know what just happened. I just look over and Braden did a backflip. I guess that's their celebration for after they win a game. They got the music playing. It's great energy out right now. I love the game there. I love the way Luigi came in and he shut it down the last inning. Great pitching performance, great hitting performance. Loved it.
He really did. And speaking of Luigi, we are most definitely going to get him on the broadcast booth for a post-game interview because that was just an incredible performance by the freshman. I'm sure Mr. Lambert's going to come out with a story on him later. He is really worthy of one.
They put a K on it coming out of the dugout right now.
Look at Mikey Williams celebrating with Coletti. That's exactly what you want to see. That'll be all for us for our live game coverage. Stick around. In a few minutes, we'll be getting Luigi Sacca on for our post-game coverage. And as always, stay tuned. welcome back, UC Viking family, nation. Sorry for the wait, but guys were celebrating. Massive win there. I'm joined here by freshman, we'll say sensation, Luigi Sacca. Luigi, talk about your performance today on the day. Right, you had a 2-run double. You closed out the game pitching-wise. Talk to me.
It felt good. I was just trying to play my role for the team and just get done when we had to get done. And we beat a good team today, so.
Absolutely. And as you said, Cranford is a great team. What does this win mean to you guys as far as your goals and aspirations, right? You're in a new conference this year, much more competitive. So what does this win really say about your team?
I mean, it just shows like how we can play good if we all just play together, and like what we can do as a team is good. So as long as we keep playing like as one, then we'll be fine for the rest of the season.
Absolutely. And you talked about playing as a team, right? You only pitched 2 innings. The first 5 innings were pitched by yours truly, Ryan Williams. He had a no-hitter through 5. Yeah. What do you have to say about his performance today, on the day, as far as on the bump?
I mean, he looked good. As long as he just stays out of his head and he just keeps pitching like how he should, then he's always a good pitcher. So as long as he just does that, we'll be fine when he's pitching.
Absolutely. And you got it done both on the mound today and at the plate. What does it mean to you to be a two-way player like Shohei Ohtani? Obviously, a lot of guys here are two-way players, not like the big leagues, but at the same time, it's still a massive accomplishment. So talk to me about that.
I mean, I'm just trying to fill a role, so wherever they put me, I want to be ready to play there. So, like any role they put me in, I want to be able to play it. So, just not scared.
Absolutely. And you talk about your role, right? Last question. What are your goals for the season, right? You're only a freshman, yet you're showing so much potential out there, both on the bump and at the plate. So talk to me about your goals for the season, right? Coletti obviously trusts you as a freshman. Just talk to me.
My goals for the season, just like I said, a whole bunch, just fill a role and just wherever he wants to put me, just I'll do it and I'll just play it to my highest potential.
Absolutely. And I mean, you played it really well today. Congratulations, Luigi. Great win today. Great start of the season. 3-0 for the Vikings. And as always, stay tuned.